say this, each week is going to be like this, so just prepare yourself for it. It's going to be tight, and it's going to be a finisher at the end. But I look at this football team and think I can say when you talk about tenacity, you talk about finish, you talk about resiliency, and that's what you look at with this football team. You know, you get down 17-7, then you're down 24-14, and then we backed up on the goal line, and Teddy makes a throw out there to Copeland, who makes an unbelievable catch, and then we go down and throw a touchdown to Devontae, who also makes an unbelievable catch, gets 1 foot down. Then we get the ball and we drive it again, throw the ball out there to Devontae, makes everybody miss, and he goes for another. That was a big time play right there. But then defensively, you like for seeing us, you know, there's ball, 1:57 to go in the game, and then they take the ball and there's 2 timeouts left, hoping that we can get a stop, and then we can get the stop, then, you know, make them use their timeouts. But we weren't able to get the stop there, throw the ball up over our head, and then get the game to overtime. And we know we come out, guy 19 gets the interception, T. Floyd gets interception, then we were able to run the ball and get the ball in field goal range to go punch it in and get the field goal and get the win. You know, and it's amazing. That locker room's very happy right now because you're sitting there. We didn't play very good the first half, just weren't in sync on offense, just made a lot of mistakes, just a rhythm. And then just defensively, we were able to get 2 turnovers and kind of kept ourselves there in the game on defense just because of the plays we were making. But we have to get better, and it's good. You know, you go win a football game, and you know you can still improve, and this football team knows it. And I just told them that we're 8-0, but still we can go play much better, and we have yet to put together a 60-minute game. When is that going to happen? And we need that to happen.
Is this team, the 60-minute game aside, but making plays when it counts and winning games, is this team mature beyond its years in finding ways to win where maybe upperclassmen teams would be able to do that?
And that's what, right now they're finding a way to win, but it's the confidence that they have right now. Even when we're down 17-7, you felt like, okay, we're going to get a score from our offense, either a field goal or score something. When you have a quarterback like Teddy Bridgewater, you're sitting there knowing that he's going to make the throws and make some plays. Our running back's going to run hard enough with the protection of the offensive line that we're going to make some plays. But this team just finds a way to continue to feel like we're not going to lose this game. Somebody's going to make a play. Let's just continue to play.
What's your philosophy on icing the kicker?
Well, they called the timeout, but I mean the ball was close enough. I mean, I think we had it on the 12-yard line. But you see that when that ball was snapped and I saw it go over Stein's head, I said, "Oh God!" But they had blown the whistle, and so Donovan told me, he's like, "Coach, I heard the whistle, and I just shot the ball back there." Yeah, I said, I guarantee you didn't hear that whistle. But the officials said they blew the whistle. But if you have a timeout, just ice him and just so hopefully maybe you can design a block to go block it.
Did you say anything to Wallace before he went out, or are you one of those guys that just?
No, I didn't say anything to him. It's your job to go make that field goal, and I just didn't say anything. I think a couple of players may have said, "Hey, John, here it is for you," but we do it every day at practice. So I just said, "Okay, hopefully we go bang this thing out," and then he hit it, so we can go win this football game.
Don't want to know what you thought, but what did the referee say that touchback? Why that was a touchback? What did they say?
Well, they said he never had possession of the ball, and I said, okay, if we're running down, if our guy's running down and it hit one of our defenders, just say we punt the ball, and we're returning the ball and they hit one of our guys and they recover, it's their ball, isn't it? He said, yes. I said, so what's the difference in a returner? He muffs it, and he said he never had control. Then I said, then he tried to pick it up again, and then it slid in the end zone. He said, well, he never had control of the ball.
And you have to have control of it if it goes in the end zone?
That's what he said. I didn't think he did, but it's...
Well, what did you tell him?
What did I tell him? That's why I got that 15-yarder. I apologize for that, though. I said it's not. I said, hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to overreact like that, but I was kind of pissed.
You didn't say anything to John heading into the second attempt of the field. Did you say anything to Wolf?
No, I didn't say anything to neither one because it's all about the execution, and I didn't want to. A lot of times you walk over and say, "Hey, you got to make this," and I didn't want him to tighten up. We're just go in, just kick the ball like you always kick it, and if you hit it, then the game's over. And if you don't hit it, then we're going back to the other end and go play defense. And we were going to get the ball first, and then we were going to go in the crunch zone the second because I told him when we wanted to toss, I said we want to play defense first.
So Devontae made the touchdown catch, but talk about Copeland and another big catch there on that long one.
Well, if you watch that play, Teddy kind of felt pressure, and then Cope, he runs and it kind of slows down, and then Teddy lets it go, and he just takes off and makes it under, and we were backed up, and we needed a play because we were down 7 at the time, and just trying to just get some energy. Because if you remember right before that, I think it was when we punted the ball and we dropped the ball, and we were able to recover it there on the 7-yard line. But just to watch Teddy make that throw, then our offense came, and then we just needed a play to ignite us. And then it was, we scored on that drive. Then we scored the next drive. Then we get the ball, get it into overtime, and we scored.
What was your reaction when Devontae shook that defender?
Oh, just to see him with the ball in his hand. We always talk about just yards after the catch and just making a big run after the catch. And he was able to. And one thing you really saw then is just how fast he is. Because even though he cut across the field, there were still guys or angles where he was able to outrun the defenders.
I know it's early, but what does this do to the Big East race?
Oh, I don't know, because you can see Rutgers is still undefeated, but it's still, though, we still got, we have Temple to play, we still have Syracuse to play, then we have Connecticut and Rutgers, so we still have 4 conference games left.
Are you worried about the running attack hadn't been as effective last 2 games it was earlier? Why, and are you worried about it, or what do you think?
Well, I mean, if you look at it, Teddy threw for over 400 yards. So if they're going to load the box, and that's what you load the box, and that's how you stop the run. That's what people are doing. They're loading the box on us. But then when you load the box, and you have another guy who can throw that football well enough where he makes you pay for it. So if we continue to throw the ball at well, then the running attack will open back up because. I mean, you're looking at her, you're trying to defend Teddy Bridgewater, and he can throw the ball for 400 yards, but you do end up stopping the run.
Charlie, you've been on some staffs and some teams that have some special quarterbacks. Is Teddy in that category guy, you think?
Oh, he is. He is a really special quarterback, and you just watch his poise. If you remember the first drive when he threw the outcut to Devontae, and Devontae dropped the ball on their sideline, they come up with a blitz, and they hit him flush up, and he really, he said, Coach, I mean, that kind of shook me with that blitz there, but he was able to bounce back because you saw some of the throws. He throws one behind on the tight end crossing route, the guy's wide open. Then we throw an out cut, and he don't get the ball out there. But I think that once he got over that, where he got hit there, and it just fought through that pain, then he was okay, and he was able to get back. But he just continues to get better each week, and our guys have so much confidence in him, and they believe in him so much, and that's what's so great about him, because he knows how the team feel about him, and he's such a special player because it doesn't go to his head, because he's, hey, we're still a team, we're all in this together. So even though I can make plays, we still got to go make plays on defense.
Did you hear the crowd screaming his name?
No, someone was told me that. I was just so pissed off. I probably didn't hear much at that time. I was just trying to find a way to motivate our team to get them to go play harder.
Did Munchie's comments about Teddy Bridgewater, you talk about how the whole team likes him, did that motivate the defense to go out and play a little better against Cincinnati?
Well, I said to the defense, I said it's not so much Munchie make that comment about Teddy. He's making that comment about the defense. Because, number one, he's not playing against Teddy. He's playing against the defense. So if he come in there and have a good game, then it's on the defense. It isn't on Teddy Bridgewater.
How stressful are these games that you're winning in the fourth quarter?
I've gotten used to it now, because if you go back to we was at FIU, we had to come back. No, in North Carolina, we had to go out and make a stop there. Then FIU, Southern Miss. I mean, it's like week by week. You just know, it's South Florida. It's all happening to you. But that's what you want to do. You send a fourth quarter. We have to go win the game, and now let's go find a play. Let's go make a play and go win this football game. So the stress isn't that bad for me. I kind of have gotten used to it.
Have you ever been involved in this many close games in one season? Probably not. Right?
No, I haven't been involved in this many, because we haven't had a blowout game yet, but they've all been very close.
Would you have an update on Malden? What do you think it might be?
I really don't know it for sure yet. The doctors looked at it. It was his knee. I think someone came in and hit him from the side, but we'll be able to evaluate it more on tomorrow.
You guys use a different rotation cornerback-wise in terms of, it seemed like at one point you were almost going 2 for 2 on different series with Michelle and Robinson and then Floyd. And can you just talk about the strategy with that?
Well, we're just trying to find you just put the guys out there and just let them play, and just making sure that the right guys are playing, and then we are able to evaluate their play. And what we want to make sure that, when whoever starts, that guy deserves to start, and just getting the rotation right.
When you're in the locker room at halftime and you look over, what is Teddy doing? How is he able to kind of adjust his mental
Well, what happens is they're all sitting there, so the coaches come in, they talk about just the strategy and what we're gonna do in the second half, and then I talk, then we're back out, so it's everybody sitting there together, like, because the quarterbacks, the running backs, offensive line, they're all sitting in different sections, different groups, but they're all, the chairs are lined up just like this, so it's kind of bubbled up. So no one's off to themselves, like he's sitting there listening, because Watt comes in and he make adjustment, boards make adjustment in the running game. And then as soon as they finish, I talk, and then it's time to go.
So you said before that blitz, it kind of shook him up a little bit. Could you see a different quarterback out there in the second half?
Oh, well, you could see it right at the end of the first half, because he come back and he says, Coach, I mean, he said, that guy, like, he hit him good. Now, he went right down, and if you watch it, and Teddy said, he's like, for a while I just felt kind of numb, but I didn't want to say nothing. So, well, you have to let somebody know.
Did Cincinnati just make plays on that final drive in the fourth quarter, or were there any major mistakes that you guys made defensively that let them get down?
The touchdown, we should have been there, but I think that what happened was the guy was running a vertical route, and the corner slowed down, and then he let the ball go. But even before that, I'm trying to say the one throw they made in there, we just got to get in our coverages and get in the right drops.
Are you okay if your defense is good enough to win?
Well, you always want to play better, and that's what it is on defense. And at the right time we make plays, but we need to play a lot better than what we're playing.
All right.
Okay. Thanks, guys.